Good morning, children. This is the third video of the lesson, The Old Man River. So, the last video we finished with Jim. That means Jim asked the first aid box and he fixed the place for Sarah to lie her down. So, he arranges the chairs so Sarah can lie down. Now, by the time Mr. Peters enters into that carrying Sarah. Mr. Peters enters left carrying Sarah. Steady now. You are all right. More frightened than hurt, I think. He places Sarah on the chairs. So Mr. Peters giving advice to Sarah. That means you steady now. You are all right now. You are more frightened than hurt. Like that he is advising Sarah. And he places Sarah on the chairs. Now Amy placing the lantern near Sarah and I'm glad Miss Marsh is here. Amy said, I'm very glad because Miss Marsh is with us. Miss Marsh is a nurse. So Miss Marsh is examining, at that time, Miss Marsh is examining Sarah. Sarah is sobbing softly. Sobbing means crying because of the hurt, because of the pain. She is sobbing softly, saying every so often, it hurts. Rose kneels beside Sarah's chair, holding her hand. Jim stands in the background with Betty. So this is the settings on the stage. Rose kneels down beside Sarah's chair and holding her hand. And Jim stands in the background with Betty. Jim and Betty are standing behind the Sarah. Now Sarah is saying, very often she is saying, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, like that. Now Sarah is saying, it's my leg that hurts. Miss Marsh is saying that, yes, you have hurt it badly, Sarah, but we can fix it up and we will all get into the boat and take you home. You are going to be all right. So she is answering, Miss Marsh is answering to Sarah. That is, yes, it hurts very badly, but we can fix it up and we'll get into the boat and take you home. So don't worry, you will be all right. Abdin solite, Miss Marsh is saying to Sarah. So she motions to Mr. Peters, Jim and Amy to move to one side of the stage. Rose stays with Sarah. So now on the stage, everybody move the side of the stage. Now on the stage, Rose and Sarah only. She has broken her right leg just below the knee. We can splint it up with pillows and umbrella and lift her safely into the boat. I think we ought to take her to the emergency Red Cross hospital in the Armory. So they decided to take her into the Red Cross hospital in the Armory, and before that they have to do some first aid to Sarah. That means they splint it up with the pillows and umbrellas and lift her safely into the boat. Now Mr. Peters says, we can take Rose and Betty along too, but Jim, you and Amy will have to stay until we can get back for you or send some other boat. So Mr. Peters and Miss Marsh has to go with Rose and Betty because everybody cannot go by boat. So they said, Mr. Peters take Rose and Betty along with them. That is Mr. Peters and Miss Marsh and Sarah. And Jim and Amy has to be wait until we can get back for them and send, or they will send some other boat. So Miss Marsh returns to surround Sarah's right leg with the pillows using an umbrella and cane along the outside to keep the legs stiff. So by the time Miss Marsh makes Sarah comfortable with pillows, umbrella and cane, and they keep the legs stiff. Now Jim is saying, that's all right. We will be perfectly safe up on the roof. So Jim accepted Mr. Peters' words. So he said, yes, okay, we'll be, that's all right. We'll be perfectly safe up on the roof. Now Mr. Peters saying, we can leave you an extra lantern and a jar of coffee. Need anything else? So the Mr. Peters and Miss Marsh simply they are not leaving them. They make something for Jim and Amy. So Mr. Peters said one extra lantern will be with you and jar of coffee also. Anything else you need abdin just he asked to Jim. Amy said only some of your calmness. We will be all right. Thanks. So she said don't worry, we will be all right அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க Amy. Now Mr. Peters, don't thank me, thank the Red Cross. He goes over to, அதாவது Mr. Peters said don't thank me, you thank Red Cross அப்படின்றார். He goes over to Sarah and helps lift her into the blanket rolled to form a stretcher. Miss Marsh picks up her bag. Jim and Mr. Peters lift and carry Sarah toward the right. So மிஸ்டர் பீட்டர் என்ன பண்ணுறாரு, சாராவை போட்டில் ஏற்றுறதுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறாரு. ஒரு பிளாங்கெட்டை ரோல் பண்ணி அதையே வந்து ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரெச்சர் மாதிரி ரெடி பண்ணிவிட்டு அந்த பிளாங்கெட் உள்ள சாராவை படுக்க வச்சு போட்டில் ஏற்றுறாங்க. Now we can swing her down into the boat very easily. It won't hurt a mite. Sarah, get your things. Rose and Betty, you are going with us. So now Mr. Peter saying Sarah is everything comfortable, settled, very good, and Rose and Betty, you are going with us அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறார். Rose and Betty grab their coats. Betty takes her dress box. இவ்வளோ critical situationலையும் Betty takes her dress box. Now Sarah, little drowsily now she say, Miss Marsh gave me something to stop the hurt. It has almost gone. அப்போது பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தட் பெயின் ஷீ இஸ் ஆஸ்கிங் மிஸ் மார்ஷ், இந்த வலிக்கு ஏதாவது ஒன்று கொடுங்களேன், என்னால் தாங்கவே முடியல அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்குறா. எமி இந்த ஹவுஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எமி அட் த டோர் ட்ராப்பிங் எ கிஸ் ஆன் சாராஸ் ஃபோர்ஹெட் ஆஸ் தே கேரி ஹர் அவுட். தட்ஸ் ஃபைன் டியர், ஹாவ் அ நைஸ் போட் ரைட். ஸோ அவன் என்ன சொல்கிறா, நீ தட்ஸ் ஃபைன், பயப்படாத, மிஸ் மார்ஷ் அவங்க கூட்டிகிட்டு போகிறாங்க, ஷீ வில் டூ சம்திங் ஃபார் யூ, ஸோ டோன்ட் வரி சொல்லிட்டு she is giving send off and she waves as the stretcher goes out, followed by Rose and Betty. So try to get word to mother that we are all right, Betty, and to Jim's family too. So Betty kitta she is saying convey this message, we are safe அப்படின்றத convey this message if it is possible to our mother and Jim's family also, you convey this message அப்படின்ட்டு she is saying. Now Betty, I'll try, I hope you will be rescued soon, bye. So Betty answered Amy, yes, sure, I'll try and I hope you will be rescued. நீங்களும் வந்து கூடிய சீக்கிரம் காப்பாற்றிடுவாங்க உங்களை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு she said bye. Now Rose, goodbye Amy, good luck. Amy, goodbye. There is more thumping, only less loud than before, and voices giving directions. Amy fusses with the lantern, trying to get it lighted. So everybody gone and Amy and Jim alone, they are staying and they are standing on the top of the roof. Now Mr. Peter off stage. You will be all right Jim. Mr. Peters அவர் வந்து now now they have gone, so off the stage, that means stage பின்னாடி இருந்து just he is giving his voice, you will be all right Jim அப்படின்ட்டு, நீ இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நேரத்தில் நீ சரியாயிடுவ அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்கிறார், நாங்கள் வந்து காப்பாற்றிடுவோம் அப்படின்ட்டு. ஸோ ஜிம் ஆன்சரிங், எஸ் டோன்ட் வரி அபவுட் அஸ், குட் பை. வாய்ஸஸ் இன் டிஸ்டன்ஸ், த சவுண்ட் ஆஃப் ஓர்ஸ். ஜிம் என்டர்ஸ் ரைட், wiping his forehead. Emmy gets the lantern lighted and blows out candles. So water dropping, he pours 2 cups of coffee from Mr. Peter's jar, hands one to arm Emmy, raises his cup as though in a toast. So now Jim enters into the house, that means on the stage. Now Emmy pours 2 cups of coffee that was given by Mr. Peter, and he gives 1 cup to Jim. Here's to the coffee, lantern and rescue. I am glad we have a wide awake, well-equipped disaster committee in this town. So when she is giving coffee, she is saying something about the Red Cross and she is appreciating that disaster committee. Thank God, well-equipped disaster committee is in our town அப்படின்ட்டு she is saying.